Hey everyone, this is Andrew at Plainview Farm. Let's feed a little bit of hay. But first we got to get the battery for the tractor. Got to get it off the charger. It's in the well house. Please don't judge me based on the junk in the well house. Oh, look at that, 100% charge. Which I would expect nothing less at this point. All right, here we go. Maybe one of these days I'll chase this short down. But not today. I guess it's not a short, it's a drain on the battery, whatever it is. One of these days I'll chase it down. Turn on the fuel. And start the tractor. Oh yeah, I moved the goats and the donkeys over here. Got tired of fighting with the goats when it came time to feed the pigs, so moved them back to the south side. We'll rake them off just a little bit of hay. With the rake. They don't need much. Like a good spot. Grab my hay rake again. We'll pull off about a few layers here, what looks about right. One of the things is feeding hay, you know, you try to calculate how much you need. Different quality hay produces different results. This is okay. Feeding the worst stuff first, actually. But what I'm trying to say is, as you feed hay, you kind of get an idea about what they will eat and what they'll waste. And the idea is to keep them from wasting very much hay. You want them to waste as little as possible naturally. And so kind of got an idea about what it takes, and that's what I've been giving them pretty well every day. Down, Sambo. That looks about right. So this right here is for 5 cows, 4 calves, and a bull. This spot right here is where I fed them last night. I'll bring you over here closer where you can see what it looks like. They've pretty well cleaned most of it up. You can see here, you know, you pull some of it back, there's the ground right there. That's about all I raked up with my hand. So they are leaving just a little bit, but that's, you know, I mean, a minimal amount of waste is to be expected. But this is about what they're leaving. This right here is another spot from a few days ago. You can kind of see it is pretty similar, leaving just a little bit of waste hay out there. Next, we're going to feed the pigs, and then I'm going to talk to you for a minute. So now that last little bit of hay right there, what's left of that bale, I'll give them the whole thing tomorrow. Shut off the fuel. We'll let the tractor run itself out of fuel, empty the carburetor, and then we'll disconnect the batteries. It's got a full charge, so I don't need to put it back on the charger tonight. No more than we've run it, it'll be fine, probably for the next handful of days anyway. See, one of the things I do here is if I'm not going to park the tractor out on the other side of the fence out in the yard, I will just set the bale down here inside my fence with all the other bales where everything is separated out. Cows can't get to it. Turn off the key and disconnect the battery. All right, let's feed some pigs. So we got to feed our brood pigs. And our butcher hogs. Feeder pigs. That still won't stay in the electric fence. water. Hose in the water trough. Go ahead. And now the big pigs. There you go. There. Now they'll be quiet for, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. So today is Sunday, the 31st of January 2023, or December, not January. Or at least that's the day that the video is posting. This isn't actually the 31st, but anyway, that doesn't matter. The point is, what I'm trying to say is that this time of the year, people generally start thinking about plans, goals, those kinds of things for the next year, or maybe some of you, were thinking about it 6 months ago. I don't know, but thinking about plans for the new year. For the farm, basically, we're going to keep doing what we've been doing, trying to grow, develop the pastures that we have. I would like to be able to spread some seed on the pastures. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that or not this year. I also want to build some fence. I want to set up a grazing system. That's another thing I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this year. We're just going to kind of have to see how things shake out as far as money goes. Anytime you want to make improvements, it costs money. And so, the idea is to not get in, over our heads, and you can do that in any kind of venture, but we want to make sure that things are returning to us, that we're getting a return on our investment. And we've got a family. I've got 4 kids and a wife that I have to take care of. We've got other obligations, so it's kind of a balancing act. You look and you plan and you say, well, this is what I want to do. And you say, well, how do I get that done? What do I need to do in order to get that done? And you go from there, right? That's how goals work. You chop them up into smaller goals and start, marking things off the list in order to get things done. But like I said, I'd love to seed some pasture. I'd love to build some fence. Those are maybe a little more grander scale goals for the farm this year. Smaller scale goals, I want to raise some livestock. I want to build up the herds that I have. I want to continue to do that. I've got the two sows in there with the boar, 2 litters of pigs at the end of March, 1st of April, depending on whether or not they actually get bred or not, that's going to be really important in the coming year. We would like to get back into chickens, and that's a goal for the spring, is to start bringing some chickens back onto the farm, both in egg production and meat birds as well. The cattle, there's one heifer out here, which they're not behind me. I'm pointing behind me, but there's one heifer out here that I really want to keep. I think she's probably gonna grow out into a good breeding stock, however you want to refer to it. So the other calves, we may sell them, or the ultimate goal with the beef side of the farm is with the cattle is to start raising beef, that we can sell, either as wholes and halves, or for custom slaughter, or for farmers market to sell by the individual cut. That's the ultimate goal. That may not be something that we start this year, simply because, again, we're trying to build pasture. We're trying to get built up to where we can actually do that, to where we have the carrying capacity to be able to do that. And once we actually get pasture established that is good, good quality pasture, we should be able to grow the cattle herd and support more than what we are right now. Again, there's 5 cows, we have 4 calves, and a bull out there. So if we get the pasture established and growing well, then we should be able to expand the herd size. The goats, basically we're going to try to grow the goat herd as well, to keep whatever goat kids that we can, select and keep the best does and sell the rest. And eventually, probably not this year, but I want to invest in a little bit higher quality of a herd billy. But again, that's probably not going to happen this year. As far as other things go around the farm, equipment, tractors, basically just keep things going. I would love to be able to tear into, especially my grandfather's 300 farmall, to tear into that thing and rebuild it. But that's not going to happen anytime soon. That's one of those hurry up and wait kind of projects. The M, we use it right now in the wintertime more so than anything, simply because I feed hay with it. Once the summertime rolls along, it's probably not going to be used nearly as much. When I use it, it'll mainly be just because I want to. I have actually the little John Deere tractor, probably, that I'll use more than anything once the spring time rolls around, because it's got a 3-point. Use it for working up the garden, different things like that, maybe bush hogging, whatever, because it's a diesel tractor. It's super efficient on fuel, so that's probably what we'll do there. Like I said, we're just mainly trying to keep things going, keep things operating, keep our costs down. Now, as far as YouTube goals are for 2024, honestly, I don't really have any major goals. I'm not looking, to figure out how to blow this channel up and whatever it may be. That's not necessarily something that I'm really focused on. Growth is great, but I want quality growth. I'm probably going to kind of just keep doing what I'm doing. I took a few weeks off here. The holidays, things in life get busy, so I really haven't had a whole lot of opportunities, and the weather's been kind of rough. It seems like days that I've actually had a chance to record a video, the weather wasn't cooperating. It's raining, weather's nasty, whatever. And so, or it's really, really cold, and I just want to get out and get things done and get it over with. So, but anyway, I keep the channel going. Basically, has it been publishing, maybe twice a week, showing you what's going on here around the farm. There are some ideas that I have for some videos in the future, specifically talking about how to grow a farm, kind of tell you what I'm doing, my plans. If you're just starting out, maybe you can see what I'm doing, and if there's something that I'm doing that you think might be helpful in your situation, you can implement that. Or if you think I'm completely out of my mind, you can say, well, don't do anything he's doing. Either way, I'm planning to post some videos about that in the coming weeks, about how to grow your farm, how to find your market, those kinds of things, especially if you're interested in small scale farming, you're interested in direct to consumer marketing, that kind of thing. That's pretty much what I've done, for 15 years. That's basically what I've done. And I've had different things that have done well, and I've fallen on my face a few times also. So anyway, obviously here in the last few years, I've started completely over on this farm. But the point is that I'm probably, like I said, going to keep things going on the channel like this. If you do have any specific things that you would like to see, by all means, leave a comment below. Let me know what you like. let me know what you'd like to see. Let me know what you don't want to see any more of. You know, some things I'm going to post because that's what I like to do and that's what I want to do. But, you know, if there are things that, that you like, things that you don't, again, by all means, let me know what your thoughts are. So I hope that for each and every one of you out there, 2023 was a good year, and I hope as well that 2024 is even better. So as I always say, I appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time.